So
Okay.
the water, I suppose, that is no too deep.
It's not too deep. Good. It's not too deep. It
Uh,
must be shallow.
Shallow. And yeah, this is what I think I can say for now.
Okay. And what does he do next in this picture where he's got the net as well?
So it seems like it is like some time in the future, in the next future, but he has caught a fish
Good.
and he's putting on the net. He looks quite happy. He's he bent his knees and lean his back forward.
Good.
He's smiling. Yeah, the fish is not too big. It's a nice reward, but it's not.
Good. It starts very small. It seems to get a bit bigger here.
Yeah, it's
What's he?
true.
What is he holding in his left hand?
Daga.
Good, very good. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's a large knife. You can say a large knife, but especially from the olden days, we would say a dagger. What
Yeah.
people used to carry. But yeah, a large knife. Good.
So yeah. So now he's probably carrying the big fish on his back,
Good.
and he is moving towards to show off
Good.
his
Good.
his she's
That's a good
accomplished.
phrasal verb there, Federico. Very good phrasal verb to show off his fish. He wants to show everybody his fish, to show off his achievements.
Yeah, so is you can see a smile, kind of smile on his face.
Good.
We can see all every people just
Everybody,
he's
everybody.
everybody is draw attention to him, something like that.
Yeah, so he has drawn everybody's attention. Yeah, he has drawn everyone's
Yes.
attention. I will put it that way
Okay,
round.
cool.
Yeah, he has drawn everyone's, and we do draw attention, definitely. He has drawn
Yeah,
everyone's attention. Excellent.
yeah.
How can
So
we describe the look on his face, that expression?
grim, grim smile.
Grin
Uh,
is good. Grin is very good. A what grin? Because I agree, it's very much like this. A something grin. What do you think we call it?
green,
Wide grin.
pleasure green or something like that. I don't know.
Proud.
I was actually thinking smug, guys. Smug grin.
That's my
Smug
green.
means self-satisfied. It's quite a negative word, It's when somebody is looking very pleased with themselves, they are smug, and that's definitely a smug grin. He's got a very big fish there. Okay, keep going, Federico. What do you see in the last picture?
How the
Go
fish
on.
is getting so big now?
Yeah, I think it's part of the story. The fish seems to be getting bigger. Yeah, it started very small, and it gets bigger and bigger. I think it's because he's a fisherman. What do fishermen often do when they talk about their fish?
I think he's offering for everyone else
Uh-huh.
to eat.
Good. Yeah, absolutely. He wants everybody to eat his fish. It's so large. But I was looking for a word when you say that something is bigger or better than it actually is. Which word am I thinking about?
Huge, large.
But when you say that something is bigger or better than it actually is,
Exaggerate.
exaggerate. Yeah, I always forget how to spell it. Is it two R's or two G's? I never remember.
Yes.
I think it's two G's. I think it is.
Yeah.
Is it two G's, guys? Yeah. I'm not sure. I'll have to check that one. I'll quickly check it on Google Chrome. But yeah, I think it's because fishermen always exaggerate the size of their cap. Okay. Okay. Can you
Yep.
still hear me, guys? Yeah,
Yes.
you still there?
Yes.
Oh, good, good, good. Okay, that was excellent. Sorry, I wasn't sure if I'd lost you there for a second, and I'm sorry if the connection's not so good. I have got a wire going into this computer, but it's not always. Yeah, if somebody could check that, exaggerate, if it's two G's or two R's, I always get that one wrong. Shame on me, but I always do. So let's go on to the next person. But that was great, Federico. Please come back again anytime that you're free on Friday at 3 o'clock. But I will try and do something in the midweek after 6. I would like to do it different times so more people can come to the classes. And so I appreciate the suggestion.
No
But that was
problem.
excellent, superb. We're going to go on to the next person now because we do a picture each and we just get everybody speaking. But please jump in if you hear it. If I ask any questions, because I often do, and you know the word, don't be shy. Shout it out. Yeah.
Okay. No
Okay.
problem. Thank you.
I see Stefano next in Italy. Stefano, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, Dave.
Oh, hello,
I
Alicia as well. Hello, Kenneth.
Yes, I have a question.
Oh,
I
please,
have
please.
searched it on internet and it is with two G's.
Oh,
Exaggerate.
thank you. Thank you. That's great. So I did kind of get it right in the end. I've written it down right then, yeah? It's two G's exaggerate. Yeah. When you say that something is bigger or better, you are exaggerating. And fishermen
Yes.
always exaggerate when they talk about how big the fish was. And I suppose that's why it's changing each time. But yeah, excellent, Alicia. Okay, so if you're ready, Stefano, try the next
yes,
picture.
I'm ready. I'm
Okay.
ready.
Or any questions? Of course, don't jump in if you've got a question.
Dave,
Please.
I inform I inform myself about the idiom that I told you last week.
Uh-huh.
You
Which one?
remember, right off the bat, right off
Oh,
the
right
bat.
off the bat. Right off the
You remember,
bat.
right
Yeah,
off the bat.
right off the bat. Uh-huh.
Yes, and because maybe I was wrong because I said right from the bat,
Oh,
because I
okay. I
confused
even
with
heard bar.
right
Sorry.
from the scratch, and instead right off the bat
Yeah, that's
as the
right. Yeah, right from the beginning, right off the bat. Yeah, I
yes,
see.
right off
I'm
the bat.
sorry. I heard you say right from the bar or something like that. I thought it was bar, like a
No,
bar
the bat, the
or a
bat,
bar.
the bat, the bat.
Right off the bat. Give it a t
Yes,
at the end,
the bat,
like a
the bat,
bat. T, t.
bat,
I want to hear that kind of drum roll, like t, t,
bat,
bat. Or we
bat,
doing? I think,
bat.
yeah, I mean, sometimes we do swallow the T sound in this area, especially. And so we use that glottal stop, yeah, or glottal, bottle. Sometimes we drop the T. In fact, we very often do
Uh,
in the UK. But
mhm.
if you want to make it really clear, you want to give it a t at the end. So bat, bat. Kenneth, I bet Kenneth says it differently than me. Kenneth, say bat. Kenneth,
Muted.
I think you're muted,
Is
Kenneth. I
Off
think
the
you're muted.
bat,
Say bat. Do you pronounce the t like that? Bat.
back.
Uh-huh. Bat. Excellent.
I was practicing your pronunciation course.
Ah, I see. He wants to speak like an Essex boy. Okay, so sorry, you're absolutely right, Stefano. Yeah, right off the bat means right from the beginning, right from the get-go.
Yes,
It's
yes,
exactly like
yes.
that. It's
And I
perfect.
saw that it's coming from baseball. It's an idiom coming
Yeah,
from baseball
yeah,
in
yeah,
the USA. So, but
yeah,
then I don't know how baseball works now. But I read that because the batter, when he bats the ball, he must run immediately
yeah.
on to the base.
I think
So
all the action starts as soon as he's hit the ball, doesn't it? As soon as he
yes,
hits the ball, everybody starts running and they're trying to catch it. And so it
yes,
is. It's
yes,
right from the bat, right from the start, right
yes,
from the get-go.
yes. That's why. That's why.
So yeah, it's a good idiom, and yeah, it's very common. It's very often used. It's certainly a lot better than raining cats and dogs, which I think nobody ever says anymore. But yeah, right off the bat, it's very common.
Yes. And then today I was listening to a video on YouTube, and there was the difference between a father and a son, because the son was saying that his father is talking in Cockney accent.
Okay.
And it's really difficult for me to understand that accent, because it sounds strange, weird to me. It looks like the words are bumping into each other. I don't
Yeah.
know how to explain.
There's no spaces between the words.
There's
I
no
know what you
space.
mean.
It's really
Uh-huh.
strange, really. And it's another kind of connected speech. It's a
Yes.
different kind of connected speech. And it was really astounding to notice the difference between the accent of the son and the accent of the father. It was so different.
Okay.
They sound like two different languages.
Was it the father speaking in Cockney?
Yes,
Yeah.
father speaking in Cockney because he was a taxi driver in London.
Yeah.
And pure Cockney. And the son speaking another language to me. But anyway.
You hear it more and more rarely nowadays. I mean, I hear it always when I'm here in the pub, because I don't really see any difference between Cockney and the way local people speak, or it's very little difference. If there is a difference there, it's very subtle. And so, yeah, Cockney's something I'm quite used to, really. And one of the ways you can hear it is that glottal stop, that instead of pronouncing the T, going bottle instead of bottle, bottle, bottle. bottle,
Bottle.
bottle.
That's
And they
strange,
do run them
really.
together. And it is with any kind of word with the T in the middle. So 20, 30, 40, not 20, 30, 40, but 20, 30, 40. And it's how you hear or it's how I hear the Cockney when people are dropping their T's like that. The glottal stop, glottal stop.
And then I heard an incredible an incredible way of saying something. It was without the shadow of a doubt.
Without a
Okay.
shadow of a doubt. Yeah, without a shadow of a
And
doubt.
instead of saying doubt, he said something like
Doubt. Yeah, they won't pronounce the T again. It'll be just doubt, doubt,
And so
doubt.
I really couldn't understand, because I thought maybe British people can understand because they know the collocation, because they are shadow of, and so they anticipate in their mind
Yeah.
doubt. So even if they and instead for us second language learner, it's not so granted that after shadow of there is doubt. So we must follow the
Cockneys were very, I think, in the southeast as well, and I suppose it's the same all over the country. Actually, I suppose it's the same in Donegal too. But we often miss the last word in a lot of different phrases where you can guess the last word. So we say, "I haven't got the foggiest," instead of "I haven't got the foggiest idea," but everybody understands you mean I haven't got the foggiest idea. I haven't got the faintest idea. But again, we sometimes say I haven't got the faintest. I haven't got the faintest. And it's clear you mean I haven't got the faintest idea. I do not know. Yeah.
It's okay.
So yeah, please ask though, if you've got some kind of expression and it seems incomplete, it could well be incomplete and they've just missed the last word and they just assume because it's such a well-known collocation that you know the last word.
I didn't know that sometimes you drop completely a word.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Sometimes it's just a bit of a word like ad, yeah, in advertisement, ad. But sometimes it's the whole word, yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. I wouldn't do it with that one, I wouldn't say without a shadow, or even without a shadow of a, certainly not, because you never leave an of without a noun after it. But with faintest and vaguest, I haven't got the faintest, I haven't got the vaguest, I haven't got the foggiest. I think we very often do it with those.
Sometimes we do also in Italian,
Yeah, this is
for
it.
example,
I think
yes, si è fatta una certa ora, meaning to say that it's time to go home. We say, we drop ora, si è fatta una certa. Si è fatta una certa.
It's time to go, yeah, it's time to go. And it's just clear that you mean go home.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So I suppose it happens in a lot of languages then. As long as it's clear to the other person, then there is a lot of omission. And it is confusing sometimes, because I think in English we use auxiliary verbs very often for omission. Yeah, we use do or did or does to stand in for a whole clause, or so or not. This came up in one of the mistakes recently when Julia, she has a, this is one of my private students. She often says whether or no instead of whether or not. I don't know whether I will do that or no, she says, but it's got to be not, because it's not that stands in for a whole clause. No doesn't do that.
Yes.
Okay. Let's try a picture then, Stefano. Tell me what you can see on this next one.
Yes, I can't understand what's going on, but I will try. There is.
I'll try to give you 6.
Yes, there is.
It should be easier.
Fisherman is on his boat. He's trying to fish something.
To catch something.
To catch something, and it looks like maybe he has hooked something, because it seems to me that there is something coming out from the water and close to his bait, maybe.
Good.
Okay, and then it's a little bit boring, but
it is. Sorry.
maybe maybe no, because maybe there is only the bait that coming out from the water, but anything else, maybe there is no fish around. And then his nose, as I can see, is getting bigger and bigger.
Good.
And in the end, he goes back to the shore, and he is getting out of his boat, and he's touching his nose. He's touching his nose because his nose has become so big.
His nose has, say that again, his nose
Has gotten
has become, if you're going to use become, yeah, remember it's
become.
become,
Okay,
became, become. And so not
true.
has became, but has
Sorry.
become. No, it's
Sorry.
okay, it's all right.
Sorry.
And has got, I don't mind. Has gotten, I sounds American to me, just because they use the get, got, gotten. But yeah,
Okay.
what do you, any ideas why? I must admit, I've got no idea what any of this means, or what do you think?
Maybe it's kind of similar to the one before, because the fisherman was exaggerating the
Good.
result of his fishing, and
Good.
since a big nose, there is the Pinocchio fairy tale, which is
Good.
an Italian fairy tale about
Is it?
a
didn't know.
child
Okay, okay.
who become a wooden puppet that
Good.
every time he tells a lie, he tells a lie, his nose becomes bigger and bigger. So maybe this guy is thinking about the lies that he is gonna tell when he will go home.
Yeah,
When
how
he
big
go-
how big it is actually the fish is that he didn't catch.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And so his nose is becoming bigger and bigger in proportion of what he's going to say when
I
we
think
get
that's a
home.
reasonable, yeah, I think that's a reasonable suggestion, yes,
Yes.
Stefano, because I can't see anything else that it could be. Like,
Yes.
it must be Pinocchio. It must be Pinocchio. That's fantastic, Stefano. Let's go on now to the next person. I'm sorry, I pressed the wrong button there, but let's go on to Kenneth, because I saw you next, Kenneth. Can you hear us, Kenneth? Hello, Kenneth, are you on mute?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So how's it going today, Kenneth?
I'm just on a short visit today because I have to go to an appointment. So I'll stay as long as I can.
What appointment do you have?
Well,
Is it for your cataract? Because I remember you saying you were wearing your glasses.
No, I have to drive my wife to an appointment that she has.
Oh, okay. A doctor's appointment.
A doctor's appointment, yeah, but
nothing serious, I hope. Yeah, just regular checkup.
Just a regular checkup, yeah.
And is it far? Is it quite remote to the area you live in?
Well, normally I would go to the local doctor, but this is because of the situation. I had to go private and go to a private hospital in Northern Ireland. So
you've got to go over the border, yeah?
Oh yeah, you can. There's no. It's an invisible border.
Yeah. It's very easy, yeah. It's porous nowadays. Very easy to come.
No checks.
There's no passport or anything like that necessary.
Well, there was never any, because there's a reciprocal agreement between Ireland and Great Britain for free travel since 1921.
Really? Thinking about it, I remember actually, now you said it, I didn't show my passport going to Dublin. You're right. I didn't need to show anything, or I don't think I did. Coming from the UK, I don't think I needed to show anything. But yeah, I see. So it's very, very easy coming and going. There's no problem at all. There's no queues at the border or anything. Yeah.
They say it's an invisible border at present time.
Yeah, excellent. Oh, that sounds nice and convenient, certainly.
But since Brexit, there's been a bit of contention because of illegal immigration and lack of controls. So
is that in any particular part? Is that in Dublin, in Belfast, in both?
Well,
or everywhere.
The government is accusing the British government of dumping people.
Okay, dumping the migrants on them. I see. We accuse the French of the same thing.
Right.
I think it's a blame game, yeah, with that kind of stuff.
Actually, yeah, it's just because in reality the governments do not want closed borders; they want open borders. So
yeah, certainly. That's exactly what I see. I think that
free movement of people and goods.
Yeah, I mean, being honest, I'm not so against free movement. I would like to see a world where there are no passports, no visas. I like that idea. I'm quite in favour of that, but I'm still a realist, and I understand that,
Well,
with different states.
there's limits to what is
Yeah,
possible.
of course, and I'm well aware as well that illegal migration, it affects the poorer parts of society much worse than the wealthier parts of society.
There's a lot of incidents of people trafficking.
There certainly are, certainly are.
People are being abused and used
Uh-huh. Yeah,
for,
people being
for
bought and sold. Basically, it's not like modern day slavery. I know still goes on, certainly. And so, yeah, of course, these are serious issues that need to be dealt with.
but
So, do you want to do a picture today, or have you read anything interesting recently? I'm
maybe
quite interested.
I try a picture. I don't,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm quite curious as well.
I'm not familiar with the format here. I'm just getting
Yeah, that's fine.
familiar with it.
Which accents do you find the most difficult? Yeah, which accents are the easiest? Which accents are the kindest, in your opinion, or sound the nicest? And which are the really difficult ones?
You mean in the English language?
Yeah, people speak in English, I mean. I think Donegal is one of the hardest places for me to understand. Or that was my experience with many years ago with Angela's father. Certainly, that was my experience. I realised that a lot of people in Milford I found very difficult to understand. If they just said a sentence, sometimes I'd miss parts of it, and I think, "What was that? What did they say?"
Yeah. Well, with modern media now, there's a leveling off of differences in the language.
I agree. Yeah, indeed. Just because of mass media, yeah, the internet and things like that, we all hear more accents more often.
Well, Donegal is noted for having very fast speakers. So compared to other parts of the country, so when people from Donegal would go to Dublin to work, the people in Dublin would be saying, slow down, slow down. I don't understand what you're saying.
I think I have a tendency to talk very quickly if I'm excited or something like that, that I do speed up, it's true. But I got used to slowing down for students for classes, and I see now that slow speech is better than fast speech. I think when I was young, perhaps I thought that saying a lot very quickly showed you were clever or something like that, when of course it doesn't. It shows that you've got a lot to say. It can make you look a little bit nervous and insecure if you're speaking really, really quickly. And so I think it's always good to slow down, take pauses, breathe.
Yeah, well, I'm involved with a voluntary group giving language support to new arrivals.
Really? So you're doing TEFL? You're doing TEFL, yeah?
Not really, just conversational English and
it's TEFL. It's what we're doing. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Speaking English is a foreign language. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fantastic. And there's that completely voluntarily, yeah?
Yeah, it's just a group of us we're interested in improving our own language, and it's an opportunity through the teaching you learn.
And tell me about some of your students. Where are they from?
Well,
how old are they?
Yeah, it's all adults we work with, because if you're working with children, you're into issues with child safety,
child safety, all the rest of it. Yeah, I understand. You need a background check and a disclosure and that kind of thing. And so, yeah, it's easier with adults. You can just start working straight away.
Yeah, well, in most towns in Ireland now, there is a large number of immigrants. There's quite a number of Ukrainians in our community, and there's also people from all the other parts of the world as well. Ballybofey, where I am from, is a small community. It's a 5,000 population.
Okay, yeah, it reminds me of Milford. I remember Milford was about 10,000, 5,000, 3,000.
So it's quite a friendly environment. And,
quite a close-knit community. Yeah, quite close-knit community.
Well, yeah, it's the people, the newcomers settle in very well because they're comfortable here because the people are friendly to them, and it makes for good relations.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I have another student actually. She used to work as a translator, and because of AI and things like that, I think translation has got less and less and less money over time because of the software out there that does it all for you nowadays. So she went back to she went back to teaching because she used to work as a teacher a long time ago. And now she's working with mostly Ukrainians, but lots of Syrians. She's a French lady and she lives in Germany. But
Right.
they've got lots and lots of lots of migrants over there that also need language classes. And there's always work for her. She loves it. She really likes working with people again. I think she's been like me, stuck in the shed for too long, or stuck in her own room on the computer. And it's really nice now to see people, talk to people, help people. It's very different kind of work, of course.
Yeah, well, I would have had an interest just in the language and making myself more aware of grammar, for example, and just teaching other people was a means of motivating myself.
Yeah. It's the best way to learn, actually become a TEFL teacher. You learn a lot about the grammar doing that. I'm
not within the any kind of official system. I'm just an amateur. And,
I mean, still, you're fair enough. But yeah, you're enjoying it. Yeah, you're.
Yeah, it's an interest, yeah, a hobby, and finding your site on the internet has been a great help to me over the years, I must say.
Which books do you use? Any student books at all? Do you use English File or Raymond Murphy or?
What is it? I'll just look here now.
You've got one, yeah. You've got one there.
Just English for Everyone. That series.
English for Everyone. I don't know that one. Is it good?
It's it's quite good because it's I just a second and I'll get it.
Okay, yeah. I've been using English File for years and years, and I'm so bored of it.
Yeah, well, the students like this one because it's illustrated and there's a nice graded progression in the course, and there's different levels from level 1 up to that level 4 in the book series, and the students enjoy it because they have a sense of achievement using it.
I always liked with students doing pictures, if I'm honest. It was one of my favorite thing, and this is why I do pictures with all of you guys. As soon as I found the Bidstrup pictures, I thought, oh, these are great. I can get all the students just talking about them, what's going on, what it means. Because I think it's more like real speech where you suddenly have to say something and it's spontaneous, and I like that.
Yeah, there's a great atmosphere in your class here, and
I'm sure it's the same there as well. Yeah, in your classes, it's good atmosphere.
There is good. It's a very, very light-hearted approach and non-judgmental.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, just something to get everybody speaking, to get everybody talking. Okay, fantastic. That's wonderful, Kenny. I'll see you next week. Yeah, please come back next week, and I'll move on now to Snehar because I see Snehar next on the list. Yeah. So come back next week, Kenny.
Right. Thank
don't
you.
Don't go anywhere. Well, unless you need to. See you soon. Okay, Snehar.
Yeah. Hi.
So, how's your week been? Any news? Anything going on your end?
No, just a mundane week.
Where exactly are you? I've just forgotten, and I think whereabouts are you?
I'm from India.
Are you in India at the moment, or are you somewhere else?
Yeah. I'm in India. Yeah.
Okay, and which city? I know my Indian geography is even worse than my British geography.
It's
tell me, I might
state. I live in Andhra Pradesh, the state of Andhra Pradesh.
Yeah, I'm going to find that hard to say. and Andhra Pradesh, I couldn't catch it out.
Andhra Pradesh.
Andhra
Andhra.
Pradesh. Andhra
Andhra.
Pradesh.
I
Yeah. I think I'm saying that badly. And is it in the north, south, east, west?
No, it's towards south. Yeah, it's South India.
Is it on the coast?
Yeah, maybe you
Yeah.
can call it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's southeast.
Okay.
Southeast.
Okay. I see. And did you say you use English file earlier? Was it you I heard saying that you use English file?
English? I'm sorry.
I thought I heard you say you also are bored of English file. Do you also use English file? That book? No. Okay.
Yeah,
I misheard. Oh, you do? You know it? Yeah. English file.
yeah, but I didn't go through it well. Yeah, I don't find time because I'm a housewife and I have a lot of work to do at home.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, as you know, I have arthritis, so managing household work with this arthritis is extremely tough for me.
Okay, with
So
arthritis, yeah, I do. I remember we've mentioned it. I've still got it in the fingers, and I've been doing a lot of
yeah,
work with my hands the last week. And yeah, it made it flare up, and I did feel like it was getting worse in that finger. But yeah, you have my
yeah,
sympathies. It is horrible arthritis.
yeah. This week it has been very horrible so far because I'm not able to move my shoulders.
Oh, okay. So it's not in your hands; it's right up your back, yeah, where you feel it.
Yeah,
I can imagine it's much worse.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's really struggling because my neck, even my jaws are not supporting me. I cannot eat also.
And did
So,
you ask about tons and tons as well? TON
yeah,
and
yeah,
TON.
yeah,
I
yeah.
want to add there, like that. I don't, if I'm honest, I'm not really sure about the difference. I would always use TONS, especially when, most of the time when I use the word ton, it's for the expression tons of, like loads of, lots of. And in tons of, I would never spell it TONNES. It would always be TONS. And so if you're using it for the kind of informal expression tons of, never use TONNE. I think there's an old-fashioned way of spelling ton, but I'm not sure. There might be a slight difference between an imperial ton and a metric ton, and maybe that's it. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's usually TONS when I use it. Okay, did you catch that? You still there, Snehal? Okay, I think I've lost connect. Is it me that's lost connection or you guys?
But I see that sometimes maybe my connection is poor.
No, I think it was mine because I couldn't hear anybody. So I think it was me.
Hello? Can you
Yeah,
see?
it's
able to
perfect
see
now.
me?
I see you, I hear you. It's perfect now.
Yeah. Actually, I see that these days I see people, I mean, Britishers speaking a schedule, using the term schedule for schedule. There are
Yeah.
some,
Yeah, but a few people have asked about that as well. Is it schedule or schedule? I don't hear. I've never even noticed that I've said it two different ways, but for me, both sound 100% correct. I wouldn't say that either of them are wrong. I'm sure that one was originally American and one British. And I imagine that schedule was British and schedule was American, but I'm not sure.
yeah.
I'm not sure. I'd still consider both of them 100% correct. A little bit like people sometimes ask, is it
Even
often?
often also I hear.
Yeah. Okay. You're going to
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
about often and often, yeah.
Yeah.
In the dictionary, I know that they say often is fine, and so yeah, I don't normally pronounce the T in often. But you do hear some people say often. You do. Some people pronounce the T, some people don't. I think in a lot of words, especially here, because we've got Cockney around here, we have that glottal stop and that bottle, glottal 20. It doesn't seem so strange that some people say often and some people say often. It seems like, it's just people sometimes drop their T's if they're in the middle of the word.
And do you know Lucy? Lucy, she does YouTube videos.
I think I've seen, yeah. Is it the pretty girl? She got pretty blonde hair. Yeah.
Yeah. She's the one. Yeah. And I saw her saying a different than. Is it correct? Different than. It's American,
No,
I guess.
it's well, I know in the GMAT exam, that's an American exam. They don't like different than, and they're right. They are right. It's not right. It should be different from. But I'm
From.
well aware that if you listen to me on my videos, you'll hear me say different than once or twice, maybe more. Because yeah, it's a very common mistake. And that's why that's a good exam, that GMAT exam, because they know the mistakes that natives make. And the reason why it shouldn't be different than is because than is for comparatives. We use than, yeah, bigger than, smaller than, more expensive than, more beautiful than, but not different than. You could say more different than, maybe, but different is it's an absolute. You can't really have more different, like you can't have more equal. It's not really right to say more equal. It's kind of oxymoron. It contradicts itself.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
two words contradict itself. So different from is the correct one. Different from. It differ from as well for the verb. The adjective is different from, the verb differ from. And so very good question.
Okay. Yeah,
But yeah, it's definitely in their exam, even in the American exam, they don't like different than. And so I know that even though, yeah, some Americans will say it and some Brits say it as well, we do. It's a very common mistake, but really it should be different from. I've even
So,
heard myself make that mistake in a few videos. So yeah, definitely I say it sometimes, but don't copy me. It's wrong. It should be different from.
yeah,
Definitely.
that's why sometimes I feel confused whether to use this language or that language. I mean, that accent or this variant.
Yeah, indeed. And this is it, because English is so international nowadays. I think you get so many different ways of saying things. And I think a lot of natives, they'll hear a certain way of saying something and think, well, it's correct. People are using it like that. And so other people start using it. But it means that there are a number of, perhaps mistakes that a lot of people make. And we don't even realize they're mistakes a lot of the time, especially with prepositions. Things like that, where people use different prepositions, and you look in different dictionaries and they give you different answers sometimes with prepositions.
Also, I have a question regarding Indianization of English. It's updation. We use here updation, the word. Actually, it's not there. Update?
Update.
Update. Yeah. It's a noun form of update.
Yeah, the update is a noun. Update is a noun. I mean, to update somebody. So yeah, I suppose you can update somebody on current events or something like that. But so it can be used as a verb, but update is a noun. And updation, I've never heard. With other words like medicine, medication, transport, transportation, I always use the smaller one. And I think the Americans quite often use transportation, medication, but I don't. I'll always use the shorter one if there's one there.
Can you just explain me about the phrasal verb follow up?
Follow up.
Following up.
Yeah, follow up. If you follow up on something, and it's usually on something, you usually follow up on something. Maybe somebody's asked you a question and you didn't get time to answer at that moment. And so a few weeks later, you follow up on that question. You email them with an answer, something like that. And so it's when you return to something which you've already been asked, or, it's usually when you, it's usually follow up on somebody's request or somebody's question, something like that. And it means you get back in touch and make sure that you deal with that question or solve that problem.
Can I use it like this even after several follow-ups? I have not received any reply or something like that.
So you're using it as, it's not often used as a noun, a follow-up. Even after several follow-ups, I don't like it because you're using it as a noun there, and I don't usually see it as a noun. It's usually a verb, and it is usually, you can say, let's follow. You could miss the on if there's no object, but usually there is an object. Follow up on somebody's inquiry or something like that. The police will follow up on. I can imagine it being used with the police, something like that. If they've had some kind of complaint and they're following up on complaints, you can follow up on complaints as well. It collocates well with complaints, queries, questions, inquiries, and it's when you deal with those complaints or questions or queries at a later date and make sure that they get their answer.
Can I have one question, please?
Yeah, please go for it. Oh, Maria?
Can we say this follow up on your previous email? Follow up on your previous email.
You can say I would like to follow up. I would like to follow up on your previous email. Okay, you'd need to use it as a verb again, rather than this follow up on. It won't work like that. But as a verb,
I would like to.
Yeah, I would like to follow up on your the last email that you wrote, something like that, or a few questions from your last email.
Okay. And then I can give a report or the follow-up of that email.
Say that again. Sorry, I got a
Then
bit crackled.
after that, I can write the follow-up, the progress, or anything I want to inform in my email.
Yeah, you can't use follow up on as a noun though, and I felt like you were using it as a noun there. You can't use it as a noun. It can't be a follow up on or the follow up on. It's got to be I will follow up on your questions in my next email. Yeah, is that clear?
Give me one example as a noun and give me one example as a.
It doesn't work as a noun, so I can only give you a mistake as a noun. But I mean, but by a noun, I do mean a thing. You can't use it as a noun. You can't say the follow up on or a follow up on or several follow ups or anything like that. We wouldn't use it like that. We use it as a verb. Yeah, so to follow up on, or I followed up on, or he followed up on.
We use it. We use it as a verb.
Yes, it's a verb. To follow up on. It's a phrasal verb. It's not a noun. Some phrasal verbs, there is a noun version. I'm sure there are lots out there. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but with some phrasal verbs, you can use them as a noun. The only thing I can think of is to turn somebody on and a turn on at the moment for some reason.
I got it now. It's okay.
Because that you can use that one as a noun, but not a. Or I've never heard a follow up. No, not a follow up, but to follow up on, or he follows up on. Yeah. So it's got a doer. That's all I mean by it's a verb. It's always got a doer.
It means.
And one more question: can we use informal language? I mean, I heard of this touch base. I just went touch base. Is it formal to use that in letters?
Informal.
Informal.
It's very it's informal. I wouldn't say very informal, but I just want to touch base on something. Yeah, absolutely. It's very common. It's very good. It's very common idiom, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. I would say it's informal English though. It's not really formal, but it's not overly informal. It's standard.
Is it okay to use it in letters while we write to?
Yeah, definitely. I think at work people do often speak informally anyway with colleagues and things like that. It depends on your job. It does depend on your job, but I can imagine that the Americans would use that a lot. It sounds quite American to me because it's a baseball expression, just like right off the bat. Touch base is certainly a baseball expression, and so I think Americans would use it more often. But I mean, we know it over here now, and so I can imagine.
My brother received a letter.
Sorry, I missed it.
You can use kick off as a verb and as a noun.
To kick off, and a kick off. Good point. Yeah, that's a good phrasal verb that can be used as a verb or a noun. Good. Sorry, Sneha. I missed you there. It went a bit funny. Say that again.
He's freezed.
Okay, not. Yeah, I think Sneha is frozen. Are you here, Sneha? Can you hear us? Okay, let's move on then to Alicia in Belgium. I see Alicia on the list. Do you hear us, Alicia?
Yes, I hear you, Dave.
Yeah. I'm able to hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Did you get that? Okay. Are you still here, Alicia? Yeah.
Yes, I'm still here.
Excellent. Okay. Well, let me share the picture. Can you see the picture? Are we still sharing?
Yes, I see the picture.
Okay, excellent. And are you relaxing now, Alicia? Have all your exams finished? Yeah, is it summertime?
Yes, all my exams are finished. So now I'm still waiting for my results for English because when I have my results from English, then I know I have to receive my diploma or not. So I have to wait 1 month. So it's a little bit of nervous because I want to know if I'm pass or not. So
of course, it's the worst part where you're waiting and waiting for the results.
Yes.
Well, I hope you pass with flying colours. Do you have any plans for when you to celebrate? When you get your exam results in, how are you going to celebrate?
I don't know yet what I'm gonna do, but I'm waiting and then I will see what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, okay. Any holidays? Nothing like that? You don't do you fancy going abroad or something?
Maybe my family and I go on holiday, but we're not sure if we go on holiday or not. So
You're waiting for the exam results to decide, yeah? If they're good enough.
yes, but it's maybe in July, but we don't know and we have not planned it yet. So we waited for a little bit. So
Yeah,
we gonna search for holiday, but we don't find yet. So
we don't find yet. We say that again. Can you
we
guess which tense with yet?
we haven't
Good.
finished yet or something.
We haven't found one yet. Yeah, we haven't found a destination yet. We haven't found a resort we want to go to yet.
Yes,
But yeah, excellent. Always remember with yet, already, just. It's always
yes.
present perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so what do you see in this picture?
I see that a man is holding a fishing
Good,
rod,
good.
and he wants to catch a fish, or he has catching a fish.
He has caught a fish. Yeah, he has
He has
caught.
caught a fish, and he is happy that he caught a fish, and
Good.
then he goes with the small fish to his family or friends, and he is um exaggerates that he has caught a fish,
So
and
he
everyone,
exaggerates the size of the fish. Sounds better. He
yes,
exaggerates the size of the fish.
the size of the fish, and he is happy that he caught a fish. So everyone is looking at his fish, and everyone say, "Whoa, it's a big fish." And everyone on the next picture takes a photo of it because it's very big. And then on the next picture, he goes to his wife, and he has seen that on in the newspaper. His photo
Good.
is in the newspaper with the big fish. And then on the next picture, his wife has cooked a fish or something, or
Yeah, I
baked
think it is. I think it's the fish.
and then he is happy that he going to eat the fish. Then the next day, on a sunny day, he go he going to fish another one.
Okay, he's going to catch another fish. He's going to catch.
He is going to catch another fish, but when he comes at the river or something, everyone wants to got a big fish like him, and he is surprised that everyone is there.
Good, good. This is the problem with showing off, yeah, and showing
Yes,
everybody that you've Go on.
everyone wants now a big fish like him,
Good.
but it's a big problem because everyone is waiting for a big fish.
Good. Yeah, it's spoilt the place where he usually catches his fish.
Yes.
This
It
is
has
the drawback of vanity. The
Good,
drawback.
excellent, excellent. Yeah, I like that. It's not an idiom, but I like it. The drawback of vanity. Very true. It's one of the drawbacks of vanity. You end up, yeah, well, you put yourself at a disadvantage when you boast, yeah, and that's another good word, like exaggerate, really. But he was boasting about the size of his fish, and this is one of the drawbacks. That's excellent,
Yes.
Alicia. I tell you what, do
Thank
another
you.
one because you haven't done one before. You didn't talk for a long time before. Try the next one as well. What would you say about
Okay,
this? What's going on here?
so on the next picture, the man is waking up or
Good. Good.
waking up because the clock is ringing or something.
Good. Yeah, his alarm clock is ringing.
Yes, his alarm clock is ringing, and then on the next picture, get he get up his he gets up. No,
Good. Yeah, he gets
he
up. He
gets
wakes up. He
he
gets
gets
up.
up. He wakes up, and then he walks a little bit, and then on at the moment he is standing there, and then maybe he do exercises, gymnastic in the morning or
Good.
something,
Yeah. Morning exercise is
and
excellent.
morning exercises. So he do
He does.
a little bit. He does a little bit of fitness and workouts at home.
Good.
Maybe he going to lose weight or something, or he has to wait, how should I put it?
Good.
Losing weight or something? No.
Maybe he wants to lose weight. Yeah. Maybe he
Yes, he
wants to
wants
lose
to
weight.
lose weight.
Good.
So he do exercises,
He does. He
different.
does.
He
He
does
does it. Good.
different exercises, and then he do other exercises, but a little bit of different, and then with
Good.
his legs, and
Good.
then
What's he doing with his legs? Which verb would we use there? Well, what's he doing with his leg?
stretching. No,
Go on. So, yeah, I think you said it there. Stretching. Yeah. Stretching.
stretching.
Yeah. He's
Yes,
stretching his arms, stretching his legs. Excellent.
yes, stretching his legs and his arms,
Good.
and then on the next picture.
What about this one or this? Do you know what they're called? Where you kind of go down like that and then stand back up and then go down and then stand back up. Begins with
I
an
know
S.
the word, but
SQ.
setups? No.
Oh,
Squats.
squats. Good. Yeah, squats.
Squats.
Excellent. I think that he's squatting there. He's doing squats. Do you know what this one is called? This one has got a special name as well.
Or something? No.
It sounds like a phrasal verb, but it's a phrase.
Push-ups.
Push up.
Is it a push?
Push-ups.
I would usually say press up,
Can
but
you
I
say-
agree. I think you can say
Yes,
push
press
ups.
up or push-ups.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree. Push up is good there. I think some people
Can
would
you
say
say
push-ups.
dips?
Dips. I wouldn't say dips myself, but I'm not sure what they say in the gym. You know, I'm not sure, being honest. They might say dips as well. Squats and press ups, push ups. Pull ups are on a bar. I can't see him.
Yes.
He's not doing any pull ups here, but pull ups are when you've got a bar. We had a pull up bar until a few days ago when it fell down with my wife on it, and we've decided that it's too dangerous now, and so we've left the pull up bar. But yeah, we had one in the kitchen.
So on the other picture, I see that he wants to have his legs. How do we say this exercise? I don't know how to say it in the gym.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you could say his I mean, it looks like his head is over his heels. Head over
Yes.
heels. Yeah, like head over heels in love, sometimes people say.
Head
But
over
head over
his
heels. He's gone head over heels, or you can also say a roly-poly. If
Roly-poly.
yeah, have you heard that before? A roly-poly, where
No.
it's when, I mean, usually it's when kids do this. It's one of the first
Yes.
exercises that kids learn, and it's when they turn round, they put their head on the ground, and then they go
Yes.
head over heels. That's called a roly-poly.
Okay.
I can do a roly-poly.
So he does a roly-poly in the morning, and
good.
then the next picture, I think he wants to press up his arms or something.
Yeah, good. What's he doing? Can you remember this word? You can see the liquid coming off his forehead.
He's sweating.
Good, excellent. He's sweating profusely.
He's sweating, and then on the next picture, he does
Good.
hip hop or something.
Okay, yeah,
because
maybe it's like hip hop dancing. Yeah, indeed. Break dancing. I think
break
it's
dancing
maybe
or
the break dancing.
break dancing, and then on the next picture he does pull-ups and like
Sorry, that one
okay.
isn't. That's not pull up. That one. It's I'm not sure what. I think we call it a bridge. I think
Yes,
I'm
a
not sure.
bridge.
He does a bridge.
Yes, the bridge, and then on the next picture he is sweating and he feels tired about his exercises that he has done in the morning, and then on the next picture he is dressing up.
Yeah,
No.
he's not dressing up. Well, I mean, you could actually. He's dressing up but remember, when you say it like that, it means he's dressing up in very nice clothes. And I agree, he does look quite
his
smart.
clothes.
Puts on. Remember, puts on. Yeah, he puts on his
Yes.
clothes.
He
And but
puts on his clothes.
the opposite is take off. And so remember that put
Yes.
and take are quite often opposites like that. To make
Yes.
that a bit clearer. But I mean, put something in your pocket, take it out of your
Okay.
pocket. Yeah, put something
So
together, take it apart.
yes, so he has put on his clothes because he has to go to work.
Good.
And then when he arrives at his work,
Arrives at work, and we just say at work. When he arrives at work,
then he is sleeping.
Good.
Well, because he is maybe sleeping about his exercises that he has done in the morning, and then the phone is ringing, and he didn't.
Go on.
He didn't. Yeah.
So on.
He didn't.
On. Yeah, or
He didn't answer the phone.
Good.
And now he is sleeping, and he didn't wake up.
Good. Yeah, he's not waking up. Certainly not. He has. Yeah, he's not. He's certainly not very enthusiastic at work. He's absolutely exhausted.
Yes.
Excellent. Really, really good. Fantastic, Alicia. Let's
Thank
go on
you.
to the next person. But brilliant. Turn up next week, please.
Yes.
And let's see who is next. We've got Hemal next. I see Hemal in Sri Lanka. Can you hear me, Hemal? Hello. If not, we will go on to Maria. Maria, can
yes,
you
I hear you.
Sorry.
I hear you.
In a second, Maria, I will come back to you. But can you hear us, Hemal? How are you doing out there? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm doing good. Yes,
how's your
thank
week
you.
been? Any news? Anything going on?
No, nothing special.
No, I understand.
To
Same old,
mention
same old.
especially.
We often say same old, same old. Yeah, and it just means nothing new. Yeah, same old, same old. Yeah, you understand?
Yes.
Okay, let's go on to the next
Just
picture.
yeah.
What do you see? You can see something a bit similar to what's just gone on. There is a similar theme. So what's he doing in this first picture?
Yeah, I see a man doing exercises that he does something similar to squattings.
Good.
And,
Yes, squats. Something similar to squats.
Something similar to squats. And next picture is jogging.
Good.
We can see a mile post. And in the next picture, he practices boxing.
Good.
He hits with a dummy. He hits to a dummy.
He's hitting a dummy. Yeah, he's hitting a punch ball.
He's hitting a dummy. Yes.
Good.
And in the next one is he cycles. The next one he races. He lifts weights.
Good. Very good.
Lifts weights, and it seems very hard, very difficult for him. He's almost sweating. And in the next one is rowing.
Good.
And in the next picture is fencing.
Wow. Yeah, excellent. I thought you wouldn't know that one. Well done.
And the next one is in a sauna. He's sweating.
Excellent.
Then he has gone to a masseur.
Masseur. Good.
Masseur. He's getting a massage.
Good.
On his back. He seems very strong man, that masseur.
Yes.
Getting very I think it's not very relaxing massage, it seems to be.
Yeah, I can imagine it being quite intense, certainly.
And he rejects alcohol and cigarettes for not being good for his this routine. And then he is dressed up for something, for some occasion, and he goes there. And finally it turns out to be just a chess match. He did all these hard physical exercises just to get himself prepared for this chess match that you want to use just your brain.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a tough game, chess, certainly. So yeah, excellent. Okay,
But he
excellent.
didn't not very unrelevant exercises for the game.
Yes, it doesn't seem necessary, does it really, to do all of that for chess? Do you play chess at all, or do you do any of those activities?
Yeah, I play chess. I
You
play
play
chess
chess,
and
really? Yeah, regularly.
yes. uh, I used no, not very very rarely actually. I love the game, but now I have lost my interest
Yeah, I know what you
in it.
mean. I haven't played for ages, but I used to play quite often. In fact, I tell a lie. I played against my friend Tony because he came and visited recently, but he's really good. He's really, really good. And I've never beaten him, or maybe once or twice after he gave me an advantage and let me start without, he didn't have a castle or something like that. But he's really good. He's really solid. He knows the game very well. I think he should try and play a bit more often, really, because I think he could actually do really well in competitions. He won a local one and won some money in a local one. So, yeah, he's fantastic, but I haven't played for a long time myself. Okay, keep going and do one more, please, Hamar, because again, you didn't really ask any questions at the start, so go for it.
Okay, I can see a man with that
What's that?
head, some kind of headgear,
Headgear? Okay,
sleeves.
yeah, some kind of headgear. Yeah, something on his head, certainly. What do we
Yeah,
call it? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Does anybody know? Turban. Is it a turban? Or
turban. Yes,
is
yeah.
it, yeah, is it a turban? I think it's a turban. I'm not sure.
Yes, it is turban.
Okay.
Yeah, he sleeps under some sort of palm tree,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, a mosquito comes to him and beats his nose. So he
Bites his nose.
suddenly
Bites, not bits. Bites.
yeah,
Bites his
bites
nose. Good.
bites his, so he suddenly wakes up with this sudden shock. But it seems that he doesn't know what has happened. He meets a man. He looks like a Turk,
Good.
a
Okay. He
Turkish
means a
cap,
Turk. A Turk.
and
Okay.
he points.
Hey, hello? 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 Hello?